Hello and assalamu alaikum halal travelers. Welcome to another video of halal traveling in Austria. I said another video because we already published the first video where we shared interesting facts about Muslim demographics, mosques, food landmark, and of course halal local food. You don't want to miss it, so go ahead and watch it already in case you haven't. Now in this video we will be sharing even more info that's hopefully gonna help you travel as a Muslim, inshallah. Okay guys, so let's talk a little bit about the accommodation in Vienna. The first thing I would say about the accommodation is of course the prices. The prices of the hotels are ludicrous given the quality. It ranges from 100 to 150 euros per night for a basic 2 to 3 stars hotel, while the average prices of an Airbnb stay is about 50 to 70 euros. Of course you can get it cheaper, but that's just the average. Sorry. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning. This is the first meal of the day. We came into a place that serving, I would say, typical kind of snacks that is served in Vienna. It is probably eaten elsewhere as well. I know that these kind of dishes are served in the Scandinavian countries. There might be a slight difference to it, but I will show you what it is. We were actually the first customer to walk in. I'll show you. These are great halal options because the toppings of the bread are different from one recipe to another. They are relatively simple, straightforward ingredients, not a lot of mix, so you can eat it with high certainty that it is halal. This is a piece of bread, a sour bread, and the topping for this one, hope you can see it, the topping for this one is smoked salmon and cream cheese. Straightforward cuisine. I say that it is snack because I think it is also served throughout the day, not only in the morning, but I would say it's a great morning option. Boy, Bismillah. So you can taste that smokiness of the salmon with creamy, it's very creamy cheese, and I believe that also added a little bit of the radish that gives that spicy kind of kick. For those of you who are not familiar with radish taste, it's a little bit like wasabi. The effect, the spicy face is like wasabi, but it doesn't have that wasabi taste. You know, it tastes like horseradish. Delicious option. You know what? I think I know one thing that I don't like about this. About this dish. It's too small. It's too small. You eat 2 bites and it's gone. I absolutely love that. That was a very good start to the day. Many more halal food to come. Alright, in general, traveling as a Muslim in Vienna is rather pleasant. It's probably due to the significant number of Muslims living here, which is about 700,000. There are many mosques, especially in the outskirts of the city center, and the halal food is also quite easy to find. There are of course the typical halal food that you can find, such as kebabs place, shawarmas. If you would like to go for those options, that's fine. There are many of them all over the city. But if you are a little bit more adventurous and would like to also explore the local dishes that are halal, I would say in general Austrian dishes are pretty straightforward with the ingredients, so it's easy to know if it's halal or not. Keep watching so I can share more of it.
Gibt's irgendwas zum Feiern, dann seien die zwei dabei. Meine Mutter und mein Vater, die zwei, die seien ein Hit. Sie singen und sie tanzen.
Okay, it's getting a bit dark now. I went to one local supermarket called Billa. Maybe I'll add some photos of it. And I went to get a very local drink called Al Madudler. Okay, this is a kind of famous local beverage which is manufactured in Austria, and it is the second most consumed beverage in Austria after Coca-Cola. So Coca-Cola is still number one most drank beverage. I'm interested to try how this tastes like, and this is of course non-alcoholic, so great local product to try when you are in Vienna. It's hard to explain it. It's a bit like Sprite. It has that lemony lime taste, but of course, like any other beverages of its type, it's really hard to pinpoint what are the ingredients and what are the tastes exactly. But the closest I can put my hands to is probably Sprite, but it has a different ending, little bit different. Okay, but I don't know. I mean, I'm not really a big fan of beverages, but I'm just showing you what local drinks can you try, because most drinks here are unfortunately alcohol-based drinks. So to find something that is really from here, non-alcohol, that might be a task. But this could be on the list to try. Maybe not so much to consume, but to try. In case you didn't know, Austria is a predominantly Christian country with about 60% of the population being Christians. So many houses of worships can be seen in the corners of the city. The biggest one, St. Stephen Cathedral, which is located right in the heart of the city center Vienna, is definitely the one that catches the eyes of many, even from far, because of the multicolored tile roof. The building is actually quite big, and it is much bigger in real life. Walking into a renowned building like this really reminds you to humble down and be respectful to the faith of others, especially the faith which are considered as the people of the book in Islam. Allah mentions them in the Quran and says, "Yet they are not all alike. There are some of the people of the book who are upright, who recites Allah's revelation throughout the night and prostrate in prayer. They believe in Allah and the last day, encourage good and forbid evil, and race with one another in doing good. They are truly among the righteous." While it's slowly getting colder and dark, it is finally dinner time. The food exploring has been really fun so far. But what halal food can we enjoy tonight? And finally, we are seated to have our dinner. It's just a very typical local place. The place is actually super cool, filled with locals. We got a seat at the back where it's a bit more quiet. I did say that typically in many places in Vienna people are a bit quiet, but in the atmosphere here, people seem to be a bit more chatty. Maybe it's dinner time, maybe it's the type of restaurant that we go to. So I hope you guys can still hear me clearly. We just got served our drinks. I just asked the waiter what is the typical drink that is drank a lot in Vienna but non-alcoholic, and he said this drink is like an orange lemonade. So let's try it. Let's try it. It's a little bit like Fanta orange, but the orangey taste is not too strong. So some light orange beverages, I would say. So the food just got served. As you can see, I'm having just normal fried mushrooms, and it comes with tartar sauce. I was going to go for fried breaded emmental cheese, which is also very typical. Maybe I can add a picture here for you, but I had to go with either one, and I thought the fried cheese, I think I could imagine how it tastes like, so I went with mushroom to mix it with the tartar sauce. It comes with the tartar sauce, and also we got salad. Let's see how it tastes like. This is again a very typical halal food in Vienna. So this is how it looks like. There you go. First bite. Bismillah. The fried mushroom didn't surprise me, but the tartar sauce is very good. I love the tartar sauce. The tartar sauce is super delicious. It's not too sour. This tartar sauce, it will go with everything that is fried, even not fried. But it actually surprised me how good this is. And for the salad, you have horseradish, you have carrot, thinly sliced cucumber, lettuce, and potato. And cucumber. I think they could have added a type of herb on the cucumber. I can't really identify what it is, but I'm gonna try it with the potato now. Alright, so we got our last dish, which is just a pancake with jam. Pancake with jam is not necessarily, the typical dish is basically just pancakes with many things. So pancakes with chocolate syrup, pancake with jam, broken pancakes with raisins and syrups. These are very typical in Vienna as well. I think for this one, it is just a pancake, and inside it there's probably a jam. It's actually really warm, and they have added the icing sugar on top. So let's see how does it look from the inside. So if you see, there is the jam flowing over, I'm not sure what type of jam though do they put. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a fruit jam. Let's give it a try. I think this is an apricot jam, and the pancake is super eggy, super. It's warm. It's very eggy taste. There is a strong eggy taste, and the icing sugar on top just balances that sourness and the creaminess from that egg taste, and then the icing sugar cut it with some sweet taste. It's very interesting. It's very delicious. I could see myself eating this as a breakfast and not only as a dessert. It would be a great idea if they serve it in the morning. And that's a very, very good way to end the entire day of halal food hunting. We've tried a lot of different halal food. Thank you so much for watching. I'm gonna enjoy the rest of this.